Round 1 of the 2022 F400 Karting Challenge. We are at Zwartkops kart circuit and Scuderia PCR factory team has put their kart in pole position. Lights go out and we are racing. Skywolf out of P4 with a fantastic start coming into turn 1. Skywolf on the outside of Rogue Racing. Scuderia PCR factory team still in P1, followed by Rogue Racing. Skywolf slotting into third. Roadrunner kart number 76 currently in 4th place as we come through turn 2 and we head under the tunnel. 33 karts starting this race. Oh, and there's action already at the back. Looks like 4 karts are involved there. All the karts get back on track and we go to our leaders as they go through turn 6, the left-hander, onto the double right-hander, turn 7 and 8, uphill and over the bridge we go. Scuderia PCR being followed very closely by Rogue Racing as we come into turn 11 and onto the home straight to complete lap number 1. Skywolf falling back slightly. We could see Roadrunner also there in a blue kart with Fun Times down in 5th place at this stage. We have a crash on the bridge. Looks like bolts and holes. Power On Racing also involved. 2 karts heavily damaged. A red flag is out. This race will be stopped. Let's see if those drivers are okay. As we go back to the bridge, yellow flags there, drivers slowing down, and this race will definitely be stopped. The ambulance making its way to the scene of the accident. Great to see medical personnel so quick to respond here at Zwartkops Raceway. Let's see if a driver is okay. Looks like he's on his feet. Driver from Bolts and Holes, kart number 312, getting into the ambulance. Good to see that he is not seriously injured. Back to the starting grid for the restart and off we go. Scuderia PCR factory team going very tight on the approach to turn 1. Rogue Racing on the outside. Scuderia PCR getting loose on the outside, pushing Rogue Racing wide. Now Skywolf is looking for an opportunity here on the outside on the approach to turn 2. Stays in P3. Roadrunner in there as well. Oh, that's not good to see. Donkey Punch going backwards. And there is a 4 kart pile up here at the apex of turn 2. The 4 karts seem to be stuck trying to free themselves. Luckily the marshals are there to assist. Off they go. But red lined racing, kart number 23, that is one unhappy kart driver. And he's pulling his wounded kart off the circuit. End of lap 1, and this is Mario Passetti and 76 Roadrunner passing Skywolf. Giving a little wave to the sister kart there. Our 2 leaders, Rogue Racing right up the tailpipe of Scuderia PCR factory racing. And now 76 Roadrunner. Skywolf will try to close that 1.5 second gap to our 2 leaders. Trying to work together as they come through the double right-hander. This is the battle for 5th as we see Karting Techniques in the 82 kart being put under pressure from Kartingtime Racing as we approach turn number 1. Kartingtime Racing with a good move on the brakes as they exit turn 1. Some hand gestures going on there. Karting Techniques not making it easy for Kartingtime Racing. But he does get the move done. AMG Driving Academy also in that battle. As we see the 77 Formula K kart promoting itself up into 10th place by passing Pitzer Racing. 4 laps completed, 1 hour 55 minutes still to go in this endurance race. Battles up and down the field. This is Shake and Bake and Donkey Punch. A little bit of rubbing. Donkey Punch getting that move done. There's a hand up. And that is a bent axle on the Pioneer Plastics kart as it pulls off into pit lane. Some work for the pit crew to get that kart back into this race. Donkey Punch is on a charge. They qualified in 8th and was demoted down to 23rd after that spin at turn 2. Now already making 7 places in 4 laps. This is the second of the lawless karts having a spin in turn 1. Luckily no harm, and off they go. Our battle for fourth, starting to encounter some back markers. That is Karting Peak Racing, followed by Fun Times. Very important to clear these back markers without losing too much time in an endurance race like this. AMG Driving Academy putting Skywolf under pressure as well. Coming into the last turn, there we see Karting Peak Racing being followed by Fun Times. Fun Times approaching turn 5 and moving up to 4th position, relegating Karting Peak Racing down to 5th. As we come around turn 6, Fun Times drifting slightly wide, but it looks like the move has been made for now. Over the start finish line, this is Karting Peak Racing. Hot on the brakes, but too deep, and a classic cutback maneuver by Fun Times. Yellow flags are out at turn 1 for Lawless 2. Just looking for a gap to rejoin safely in this massive field of karts. Whoops. Looks like that kart is shedding some parts. Formula K is up to 14th after starting at 21st position. Revolution now taking that 14th place from Formula K as they head down to turn 2, and it looks like Revolution has made this move stick. The battle for 4th is still raging as they come across the start-finish line. Karts are encountering some back markers, a whole gaggle of karts coming through turn 1, approaching turn 2. That's Skywolf there at the back as well. Skywolf trying to make a move on the outside and contact. That didn't work out. Looks like Skywolf was a little ambitious. AMG Driving Academy also being taken out in the process. Some hand waving, drivers not happy, but off they go. Here we have a three-way battle for 10th position. Bitzer Racing being hounded by Team Exco. Coming into turn 9, Team Exco with a nice move squeezing up the inside. AMG Driving Academy and Coating Techniques coming past the back marker, pit lane speed limit. He has spun. Looks like he put a wheel on the grass, locked his brakes, and he did a 180. Now facing the wrong direction. This is a scary position to be in. Trying to get his kart out of the way. Luckily a marshal is there with the yellow flag. Safely out of the way, and he will rejoin. Over the bridge we come into turn 11. That's Shake and Bake on the inside. More contact in this race. Shake and Bake just misjudging his braking zone and hitting pit lane speed limit. A small shake of the head, but off they go. This is the battle for second position with 25 minutes to go. That is Fun Times moving past Roadrunner into third. Coating Techniques currently still in P2. All three of these teams doing a fantastic job today. Sticking with this battle for P2. Coating Techniques still in second, and that is Fun Times looking to make a move. A very good exit out of turn 1 on the inside into turn 2 and up into second position. Now it's Roadrunner's turn to see if they can move up into third. It looks like they will get this move done. They have made all their stops while Coating Techniques and Fun Times still have to make a stop each. Oh no, that is Coating Techniques in the wall at turn 1. I think there's another kart involved. Let's go to Kyle Lawrence. He spoke to drivers of Lawless.
Yeah, my brother, he spun out and he bent our front control arm there, so we just had to go get that replaced quick, and he also snapped the accelerator cable, so I'm going to go out and try just get time, or at least just have some fun.
Well, luckily you got a good mechanic like David Ray looking after. Get your ass in the kart and get going, bud.
Back on track, and we just saw the number 32 kart of Shake and Bake making their way past Formula K for what is P21. This is our leader, the Scuderia PCR factory team, coming around the last turn for the final time and taking the win. A very dominant performance with the fastest lap of the race as well. Roadrunner with a well-deserved second place, followed by Fun Times, Racing Boots and Karting Techniques SA. This is the second of the endurance heats. The 75-minute race with 2 compulsory stops. Scuderia PCR factory team and Roadrunner starting on the front row. Scuderia PCR with a fantastic start coming into turn 1. Roadrunner will slot into second place with Fun Times moving themselves up into third. It's a spin at turn 1. It looks like it's Lawless, and that could be a bent axle. As we come into turn 2, that's Racing Boots moving themselves up into third. Then it's Fun Times, Karting Techniques SA, Skywolf and Shadow Realm Racing. As we come through turn 6, our front 2 karts have already opened up a substantial lead. The Scuderia PCR factory team followed by Roadrunner. As we come across the bridge, that gap already more than a second into the last turn. Roadrunner trying to stay in that slipstream of Scuderia PCR across the start-finish line to complete the first lap. Karting Techniques SA is in third, followed by Racing Boots. Then we see Skywolf with a small excursion off-road. Fun Times and Shadow Realm Racing go through. Racing Boots now applying the pressure to Karting Techniques as they come out of the double right-hander. Very good exit by Racing Boots, and they could be moving up into third. They do. Karting Techniques SA going slightly wide. Now this is the opportunity for Fun Times to capitalize on that mistake. Fun Times moves up into fourth. And there behind them, that is Rogue Racing after starting 25th in this race, already up to 6th. Only 4 laps. It's a 3-way battle for fourth behind Racing Boots as we see Rogue Racing now closing up behind Karting Techniques. Karting Techniques is going to try to take a position back from Fun Times, but they drift way wide. Rogue Racing is surely going to pounce on that, and up into 5th goes Rogue Racing. 6.5 minutes into this race, Rogue Racing is continuing their charge. They've moved past Fun Times and now they pass Racing Boots for third. Rogue Racing only 7 seconds behind our leaders, where Roadrunner is doing an outstanding job keeping up to Scuderia PCR factory team. We have 4 karts fighting for 13th position. The 73 kart of Donkey Punch is chasing down GRD Motorsport, and the 83 kart pit lane speed limit is behind them as well. Donkey Punch going for a late apex through the last turn and getting good drive onto the start finish line. He will move up to 13th position. You see Shake and Bake there with a small tap on the backside of pit lane speed limit. No harm, no foul as we go on through turn 2 and under the tunnel. This is the battle for P6. It's hotting up with Karting Techniques, GJ Auto Racing, Skywolf. We can see AMG Driving Academy getting good drive on the back of Skywolf coming down the straight. Backmarker WCT Racing getting out of the way. That's IMG Driving Academy getting past Skywolf. Backmarker's playing a big role here. Coming into turn 2, are we going to go 3 wide? Yes, we go 3 wide, and I believe that's Kartinator Peak Racing gaining 2 positions into turn 2. Kartinator Peak Racing started this race in 14th, and they're making their way through the field, passing GJ Auto Racing and moving up to 7th. Donkey Punch coming up on the inside of Pizza Racing. Pizza Racing staying nicely wide, anticipating that move, cutting back, and Pizza Racing the number 58 on the inside. That's Donkey Punch going back on the inside there. Brilliant racing between these two, and at the end of the day, Donkey Punch gets themselves up into a top 10 position. PCR factory team is still leading this race. Shake and Bake moving aside to let them through as they get lapped and acknowledged by the PCR factory team. We are on the final lap. PCR factory team is leading. Formula K is currently in second, but I believe they've had some pit stop infringements and underweight on the scales as well. We'll see in a bit how that affects their final standings, but it's all about this kart. The Scuderia PCR factory team takes the second win out of 2 heats, and there's confirmation of the final results. Kartinator Peak and Racing Boots finishing in second and third. Roadrunner, after running so long for second, unfortunately 12 minutes before the finish, dropped out of the race. And Formula K in 17th hit hard with some pit stop infringement penalties.